9 subtle signs that you are chronically dehydrated. Now, a lot of these things you probably might assume are coming from a poor diet, bad sleep, you might be stressed, but you're going to find out that these 9 signs actually are coming from a lack of water intake. So if you are very dehydrated, you might notice that you struggle with all of these things. So if you've noticed recently that you have a lot of health issues or you've had a lot of chronic health issues for a while, it might be because you were just dehydrated. So obviously dehydration occurs when you are losing more fluid and water than you are intaking, which then obviously doesn't allow your body to perform its natural normal functions. And these functions are going to be vital for your organs, your mental health, your physiology, brain function, temperature regulation, immune system responses, and practically everything you need to live a healthy life. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get on to sign number 1, and that is going to be mental fatigue. So you might notice that out of nowhere you might have got a lot of memory loss, you have a lot of headaches, you can get confused easily or have very poor balancing skills. You could also have very slurred, slow speech or be constantly tired as well. Also, you can have a lot of anxiety or be very easily agitated. This all happens because dehydration causes the blood vessels in your brain to shrink, which then results in low amounts of fluid that are used to promote a healthy functioning brain, which therefore is going to cause a lot of problems, which then obviously follow through with the rest of your body. Now, the second sign that you are not hydrated enough is that you have unnatural urine, and by that I mean you either have really dark yellow urine or it has a very strong putrid smell. Urine should be clear with absolutely no scent. That's how you know that you are properly hydrated. And this happens because your kidney holds on to as much water as possible, and this can result in a buildup of waste and acids, which then clog the kidney with myoglobin, which then creates a lot of that yucky smell and that deep coloring. Also, if you're not drinking enough water, you can get kidney stones or urinary tract infections, which are just not something that are really enjoyable. Sign number 3 is that you are constantly tired. So nearly all of your bodily functions are about body fluid balance, and whenever those fluid levels are too low, the heart works harder to supply blood and oxygen to the rest of the body. So as you become more dehydrated, the body redirects this blood flow to only the most necessary survival functions, which not only results in extreme physical toll, but it also doesn't allow all functions to take place, which will leave you feeling very exhausted since your body is having to overcompensate for the lack of blood flow that's going to proper places. So this is going to result in a lot of tiredness since you're not going to be getting the full amount of oxygen you need to your brain. So this is going to take a lot of energy out of you, resulting in this constant tiredness or lethargy that you could be experiencing from just not drinking enough water. Sign number 4, this one's a little strange, but you might notice that you're very constipated. So when you don't have enough water in your body, the large intestine soaks up water from your food waste, and this creates hard stools that are very difficult to pass through. So staying hydrated helps with the food that you're eating move through the digestive tract, and it also keeps your large intestine smooth and flexible, so it's a lot easier for that to go through, so then you can easily poop in the toilet. The 5th sign that you're not drinking enough water is that you only crave sugar or foods with sugar or drinks with sugar. So when you're dehydrated, the lack of fluid intake interferes with your body's ability to properly metabolize glycogen for energy. And glycogen is the converted form of glucose stored by the muscles and liver. So without glycogen, your body will crave sugar for an energy boost, which is why you'll only desire sugar when you're thirsty, which will only affect your health negatively and therefore will cause a lot more unnecessary problems that could just be easily solved by drinking the proper amount of water. Sign number 6 is that you have bad breath. But if you've ever wondered why your breath smells bad in the morning, it's because you're dehydrated and your body doesn't produce enough saliva. So without saliva to clean out the debris in your mouth, bacteria around the mouth has more of a chance to grow and cause bad breath. This is also why we're very thirsty in the morning and also why we brush our teeth. Sign number 7, this one's a little bit more obvious, but if you have dry skin and lips or like cracked lips, this is going to be a good sign that you are not hydrated enough. So obviously dehydration in the skin is caused from a lack of water and natural oils, and obviously the way to cure this dehydrated skin is to either moisturize or increase your water intake and be properly hydrated from the inside out, and that's going to show. Sign number 8, this one's a lot more subtle than the others, but that is constant heart palpitations. So with a heart that's overcompensating with a lack of water, it creates an overactive and stressed blood vessels and arteries, so the blood pressure regulation in your body is going to be very bad. And this is very worrisome to people who already have pre-existing heart conditions, because this can cause a lot of issues like cardiac arrest, which are deadly at times. So luckily though, the fix for this can be very easy. Just increase your water consumption, and then you might notice that if you've had a lot of heart issues or heart flutters, this could drastically decrease just from drinking enough water. And lastly, you might notice you have a lot of muscle weakness when you might not have had it previously. So with a hindered blood flow caused by dehydration, you might feel your muscles becoming weaker, or you might have a lot of muscle cramps and spasms. This is also why if you are a long distance runner or you're just beginning running, you might notice that you get a lot of cramps in your stomach. This is because your muscles are not getting enough oxygen and blood flow since you're not hydrated enough, and this is why we also get cramps when we sweat too much. So it's very important that you're drinking enough water and staying properly hydrated to prevent any weakness and spasms and cramps. Now with that being said, I do hope this video is helpful, and hopefully you will start drinking more water and you will see a lot of these things disappearing. So hopefully if you had any of these problems, this will definitely help you to relieve those problems, so you will end up having a much more enjoyable existence. But with that being said, if you found anything useful from this video, don't be shy and go ahead and leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it, and it would boost this video in the algorithm so other people can learn about these 9 subtle signs that they might be a little bit too dehydrated. But thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have a beautiful day.